Hey, this is J.R. St. Julien with the St. Julien Real Estate Group of eXp Realty, and welcome to my San Diego housing market update for June 2024. Stay tuned. Okay, so we are definitely into the summer season. If you look behind me, you'll see the weather is absolutely beautiful, and this is what San Diego is all about. This is why people spend the money that they spend to live in this beautiful city. It is 72 degrees outside, not a cloud in the sky, and an absolutely beautiful day with a nice, cool ocean breeze that just makes everything lovely. Welcome to San Diego. Welcome to the summer of San Diego. Now let's get into the market update component that I'm supposed to be here to talk to you about. Okay, so we're going to get into some quick stats. The median home price is essentially flat month over month. It actually went down $3,000 and is sitting at $922,000 right now. That's the median home price for San Diego County. Went down about $3,000 from last month, but from the beginning of the year, it is up 9.6%. So from January through May, which is the month that I'm getting my stats from because it's the month of June, so I've got to look back 1 month for my stats. The appreciation that we've seen in San Diego County has been 9.6%, which is a healthy level of appreciation. Now, at the beginning of the year, we saw a very robust market. Literally, we came out the gate swinging in the month of January, and that rolled right on through February into March. And then in April and May, we definitely started to see some slowdowns, which are becoming evident in the numbers right now. So we're going to get into some of those numbers as we speak. Now, the biggest thing that we are seeing right now is inventory is definitely on the rise, which is a great thing if you're out there looking for a home because you're going to have more homes to pick from. If you're trying to sell a home, maybe not so great because you're going to have a lot more competition, and that is starting to put a little pressure on pricing and increasing the time that it takes to sell a home. So just something to note. But that being said, inventory is definitely on the rise, and we are seeing a little bit of differentials in the amount of inventory on the market between detached homes and attached homes, which are making some of those markets between those two type of homes in different areas very, very different. So in total, the number of homes for sale, the total inventory is up 41% year over year. That's across the board, all homes. We have 41% more homes on the market right now than we did in the same time last year. So that's a fairly significant increase in inventory. Now, if we look specifically at the difference between attached homes and detached homes, we've seen inventory go up 63.9, so it's effectively 64% for the attached homes, that's the condos and townhomes, and the inventory numbers went up 30% for detached homes. So you can see that's almost twice as much differential in those two numbers. And we're starting to see that differential in the amount of inventory that's coming to market, since we have about 64% more inventory in the condo and townhome space, and we have about 30% more inventory in the single family home space. That's increased the home availability across the board. But since there's so much more inventory right now in the condo and townhome space, we're starting to see some differentials in individual markets between what the condo and townhome market is doing and what the single family home market is doing. Now, in addition to inventory going up, interest rates have been kind of bouncing around that 7% range. This last week, it's going down. The Fed did meet last week and decided not to increase their interest rate, but we did see some numbers that look promising for the eradication of inflation, even though it's going slower than what we all expected. Some of the numbers that came out through the market this past week has caused mortgage rates to tick down slightly. So now we're starting to see mortgage rates in the high sixes. And if you are shopping for a great mortgage rate, I could tell you my preferred lender probably has some of the best rates in the industry, because I would say his rates are averaging right now in the mid sixes, especially for VA and FHA home loans, which have the best interest rates on the market right now. So that was just a little side note, but just an FYI, if you are shopping for a loan, hit me up and I'll point you in the right direction to make sure that you're well taken care of, provides a premium service, as well as offers you fantastic interest rate. So interest rates have remained kind of higher than what people want to see, even though they're around the 40-year average where interest rates have been over the last 40 years. They're still well above what we've seen over the last 10 years, and therefore are sitting at levels that people just really don't want to see. And as a result, demand has fallen off. Now, that being said, as I mentioned at the beginning of the year, we had a very robust market. And I would say that's because at the end of last year, the market slowed down quite a bit. And a lot of people that were thinking about buying a home kind of got on the sidelines till they got through the holiday season. And then everybody jumped off the sidelines at the same time in the month of January and into the month of February and rolled into the month of March. And therefore, we saw an increased level of demand in those particular months as more and more inventory started coming onto the market. And as a result of all of that demand that came into the market all at one time, we saw rapid appreciation, 9.6% since the very beginning of the year. Now, even though we're into the summer season where it's supposed to be more competitive and more demand, we've seen that demand fall off in the last couple months. And it's very noticeable in the month of May and going into this month. I can tell you demand has fallen off quite a bit. Interest rates haven't fluctuated a lot, so I don't know if it's just all the people that was serious and sitting on the sidelines have gotten through the system and already found their home, so we just kind of got in a lull period, or if it's something else. I'm not 100% sure, but I do know that demand has softened and has softened quite a bit, which is now affecting the months of supply of inventory, because we're getting an increase in inventory and we're seeing a little bit of a demand. I think these numbers are lagging a little bit, but we have seen it uptick to 2.1 months of supply across the board for the month of May. And that was up from 1.8 months of supply in the previous 2 months and 1.4 months of supply in the first 2 months of the year. So we're definitely on a trend, an upward trend, and now have crossed over 2 months of supply of inventory, which we haven't seen in a long time in San Diego. So that's something to note. So you can expect homes to sit on the market a little bit longer because there's more supply. It's going to take more time to absorb that supply, and there's less demand. So that's the bottom line of this market update. Now, that being said, it does present an opportunity because the last time we saw the market slow down, it slowed down momentarily. Like at the end of last year, the market slowed down. It slowed down momentarily, but it opened up a lot of opportunity for those that were willing to participate in that market and to negotiate deals well below the listed price, or even just a little bit below the listed price, because sometimes getting a deal below the listed price is very hard to do in a standard San Diego market. This is one of those markets now where the opportunity has been opened for you to negotiate and get a better deal. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines, it might be time to come off those sidelines, because I would tell you opportunity is opening itself up. And if history is to speak, like I said, at the end of last year, we saw kind of a slowdown and a small window of opportunity. In 2022, we saw a slowdown at the end of that year. The last half of that year created a great window of opportunity. Had about 4 months of great opportunity where even the prices came down. We're not seeing prices come down, but back then the prices came down, where it pretty much eradicated all the gains that were created in the first half of the year. They went away in the second half of the year, where the year finished out flat in 2022. So there was some great opportunity to be had during that time frame, because in 2023, market went gangbusters again and it continued to appreciate. So what I'm saying is I'm seeing an opportunity right now for those of you that may be sitting on the sidelines. So if that's you, you may want to reach out, schedule a time to chat so we can talk about your particular situation. I'll see what I can do to be of service to you. So bottom line from my market update is that demand is down, inventory is up, opportunity is increasing as a result. Appreciation is still very robust for the year, but a median home price was essentially flat. It dropped like $3,000 month to month, but it's basically flat. So we haven't started really seeing it to trend downward yet as a result of the lower demand and increase in inventory. But I am seeing actively right now, being out in the market every day, that the market is definitely softening, and therefore opportunity is existing for you to negotiate a better price than potentially the listed price on many of the homes that are available. Now, that's my tips for buyers. If you are thinking about selling a home, tip for you is preparation and presentation is paramount. Bottom line. It needs to outshine the competition. And then you need to set expectations that, hey, it might take a little bit longer. We're starting to see that now, where not as many showings are being requested. And I may not get that number that I have in my head. You have to be realistic about the number. Bottom line is that the market is starting to even out. the sellers don't have all the power anymore. So if you are thinking about selling a home, you just want to make sure that you prepare it properly to the market. You make sure you're working with the agent that gets it out to every possible person that can potentially have any interest whatsoever in the home and knows what they're doing and understands the market so they can guide you in the right direction. I would love to be that guy for you. You're thinking about selling, let's chat. Schedule a time to chat with me via my Calendly link or just reach out direct. All of my contact information is everywhere. Thank you for checking out my San Diego housing market update for June of 2024. San Diego is a beautiful city, so if you're thinking about making this a home or laying down some foundations, planting some roots in this lovely city, I would say the best time would have been 30 years ago, but if you didn't do it 30 years ago, the best time is right now. So if that's something you're thinking about, I would love to chat with you, let you know how I can help you achieve your goals and your dreams. So if you have any questions, I'm always here to chat. I love to talk real estate. And I'm JR St. Julien with the St. Julien Real Estate Group of eXp Realty. Thanks for watching my video. Take care.